love language, and I think I'm a pretty language-driven writer. It's the music that I feel responsible for, the music of my writing.
My mother said, "You are the chosen one." My father once said,
In the 70s, I really was working a lot in poetry as a poet, but I wanted to keep expanding kind of my ideas, and I was very, very caught up in music and listening to music, and I loved all kinds of music. I thought, well, why don't I perform? You know, I was listening to a lot of the poets at the time who were starting to perform with musicians or singers.
"Once upon a time in our kitchen of formica and linoleum, Mother baked a towering cake for my birthday. It took her all day."
It was in the air, you know, let's bring on the music and let's make what used to be just the reading or recitation of poetry a much more theatrical event.
Gaze at the rows of empty seats that surround me and listen hard for the roar of absent fans.
I knew I wanted to write a novel one day, but in the 70s it was about poetry and performing and music. And I said, when I get older, I'm going to tackle a novel. I'm going to be ready. And I didn't feel ready yet. And I think it all came together in the early 80s when I said, I'm not doing this music anymore, not now, it's too much, and I'm going to really try and focus on writing this story that had been haunting me. I knew I wanted to try and write about the Philippines and what I had lost.
My mother called pig lechon, which I, the child, found quite quaint, chalking it up to some bit of faraway tropical paradise lingo from some faraway tropical island.
I think everything I had learned as a poet and as a musician and as a singer went into it because I knew I did not want it to be a traditional narrative, that it couldn't be. So I thought, well, I'll bring in everything I've learned as an artist and as a performer to this book, that the book became another kind of performance.
To be an artist